Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Leela Web Dev. Today in this section or in this video, we will dive into the world of IP addresses and also the subnet mask. So what is the subnet mask? Let's try to understand. If you have ever wondered how devices communicate on the internet or why your router has a specific IP address, so this video is for you. So we will break down what IP addresses are, how subnet masks. So we will break down what are the IP addresses, different types of IP addresses are, and we will try to see what is the subnet mask. What is the subnet mask? Private IP ranges. So we will try to learn about the private IP ranges. So what is this private IP and what are the ranges for this IP? Private IP ranges, and we will try to touch about the loopback address. What is this loopback address? So we'll try to see about this one also. So stick around with me, and by the end you will have a solid understanding of this network basics. Let's get started. First thing first, let's talk about the IP addresses. So we are talking about the IP addresses. An IP address is like a home address for your device on a network. So what I was trying to do, IP address is a home address for your device. So what is the thing? That is the thing. Home address for your device in a network. It is a unique identifier that helps devices send and receive the data. So IP address, it is a unique identifier. It's a unique identifier help devices send and receive data. For IPv4, which we are focusing on today, an IP address is an 32-bit long. So normally what it will be having, so it is a 32-bit long, which we have learned already, and it is split into 4 different parts. So you will be having 4 different parts, and normally we will be calling it as an octet also. Okay, portions or octets we will call it as an, each ranging from 0 to 255. So each portion ranges from 0 to 55. For example, let's say that IP address maybe looks like 192.168.0.1. Okay, so this is the IP address. So normally the IP address will look like this. So each portion of this one you will be ranging from 0 to 255. So more than 255 it will not have. So the invalid IP address will be something like 332 or 322.160.12.2.3 means. So this one is an invalid IP address. You will not have like this. So fine. So now you have a clear understanding about this one. So let's try to learn about the subnet mask. So what is this subnet mask? So let's try to learn about this one. So what is the subnet mask? Every IP address comes with something called as a subnet mask. A subnet mask tells us which part of the IP address is for the network and which part of this is for the host. So here subnet mask will try to divide your IP address, which part is for the network and which part is for the host. So here host means nothing but device. So which device it is? Think of the network portion as the street name and the host portion as the house number. So in the general topic, if you try to say, the address will be divided into a network portion means it is something like your street address, and directly the host means it is your house number. The subnet mask is a 32-bit number just like the IP address, but it is made up of series of ones followed by 0. So how will the subnet mask will look like? So it will be a series of 1. Okay, series of 1 followed by zeros it will be. So it is also a 32-bit followed by 0. So it is also 32-bit long. It should be also 32-bit long only. Okay, so that is one thing. So for example, let's say that if I want to say here is how it works. So the ones in the subnet mask indicate the network portion. So normally the subnet mask, how you will try to mention it is, so 1 2 3 4. Okay, here you will mention it like 6 7 8. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So like this, dot 0 0 0 0 0 dot 0 0 0 0 0 dot 0 0 0 0, like this you will mention it. So 8, so followed by 8, like this you will mention it. So now this is the subnet mask. We call it as a subnet. So series of followed by 1 and followed by 0. So now this subnet mask, I'll try to tell you. So normally The ones in the subnet mask indicate the network portion. So whatever the ones you are mentioning it here, it indicates the network portion, and zeros indicate the host portion. So the all zeros indicate the host portion. For example, if you have a subnet mask with 24 ones, so here you already know about this one, all right. So if you are having a 24 ones means total these are 8, right? 8 3 is 24. So everything these are covered with 24 ones means, so that means it will look like something like 255.255.255.0, right? It means the first 24 bits are the first 3 octets are for the network, and the last 8 digits, that is nothing but this 0, is for the host position. For example, let's say that if you are having an IP 62.37.7.10, if you are having this one means, so here with the subnet mask, so here this is the IP address, and you are having a subnet mask something like 255.255.255.0. So if you are having like this means, then the first 24 bits, that is nothing but 62.37.7 is the network portion. So you can say it as a network portion, and the last remaining 10 is the host, that is nothing but the identifier. Okay, so that is the main thing which you need to understand. But here is the catch you need to find out one thing. A subnet mask must have all the ones at the start and zeros at the end. So always the subnet mask should have all the ones at the starting and all zeros at the end only. So you can't have zeros in the middle. So if you try to add 0 in the middle means, so this is an invalid subnet mask. So a valid subnet mask must have 8 ones, 16 ones or 24 ones, but never something like 11011 something like this. It should not have. So it can have 1111 like this, and here also you can have 111 like this, 11111 like this. Okay, here also you can have 11 like this. So that means you can have a subnet mask something either 8 bits or 16 bits or 24 bits. You can have it like this. Now there is also a shorthand way to write the subnet mask called as a CIDR notation. Instead of writing out all the time 255.255.255 like this, so here you can put a slash to the IP address. So you are having the 62, right? So you can write in such a way that 62.37.7.110/24. You can mention it like this. So here the 24 bits are the subnet mask. So that means the first three portions indicates the network portion. Okay. So here this number ranges from 0 to 32, but you cannot have more than 32. So here you cannot have /33. So it ranges from 0 to 32, but you cannot have a 33 or a negative number. It is just not possible. So that is the thing. So why do we split this IP address into a network and host portions? So this is also one of the important doubt you people may be having. So why do we split this IP address into a network portion? So here why do we split into a network portion and also host portion? Normally the routers use the network portion to route the traffic. Okay, so normally what it will try to do it, the routers use the network portion to route the traffic between the networks. When routers send data from one network to another, they set the host portion to all zeros, focusing only on the network address. For example, let's say that if your network is having 67.37.10, 0 by 24. So here if you are having 0 by 24, if you are having by 24 means, here the first 3 octets 62.37.7 indicates that is the network portion, and the last octet can be any number from 0 to 255. So here it can any number from 0 to 255. So this 0, this one can be 0 to 255 for the host. How many hosts can a network support? With a 24-bit subnet mask, the last 8 bits are for the host, giving us a possibility of around 255 hosts can able to connect it. But here we can able to say that what I can 0 to 255 means, so you can able to say 256, but here you will be able to see that only 254 ports on 254 only will be connected, 2 are reserved for this one. So let's say that 0 62.37.7.0 it is reserved, it is a result, it represents the network itself. So and all the ones, so like this, like 62.37.7.255. So this is called as a broadcast address used to send data to all the devices in that network. So you are left with only 254 usable host address only for devices like your laptop on your or your phone. So that is the main thing. if your MacBook is connected to 62.37.7.0 by 24, okay, if your MacBook is connected, it might get an IP address like 62.37.7.10. If your MacBook is connected to that means, so you can get a MacBook like 62.37.7.10. so this is the IP address you may be getting. If your friend's iPhone joins means they will be getting something like 62.37.7.11. so this is the IP address which you will be getting if another device joins. The network portion stays the same, but the host portion only is unique. So that is the thing. So what I want to tell you, so this is the main thing. So the separation helps devices figure out if they are communicating within the same network or sending data to other network. If the network portion matches means it's a local communication. If not means the data goes through a router to another network, like when you browse a website hosted on a server halfway across the world. So that is all about the subnet mask. So hope you understood about the subnet mask concept. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.